Welcome back to SmackDown Vs Raw 2006 General Manager Mode. I am your host, attackslug. So far, Raw has been spanking me in the ratings, and I have some contracts to renegotiate with some of my top tier talent. Let's head into the roster here and view my current roster and see who wants to get theirself a renewed deal. Let us sort by expiration. We got Book, we got Big, we got Cena, and we got For All Mankind. Let's say, hey there, Big Show. Let's renegotiate contract management. Let's give you 5 more weeks at $176,000, so $35K per week for the Big Show. And then check on King Booker, the 5-time, and say yes, same thing for a lower price with Booker T. So $155. And then we have I want John Cena on a longer contract, so $500,000 for John Cena. It's John Cena. And so Mankind gets that 5 week at $214,000, and my cash is now under $4 million. I spent over $1 million there on just those contracts, and yes, of course, Scotty here can get like 5 weeks for under $100K for Mr. Too Hottie. Now then, otherwise we have 6 weeks, so until after the next following pay-per-view for the SmackDown side, to renew Big Show, Booker, and Mankind. So, and then after that, Scotty, and then, alright, Batista, Haas, those guys way down the line. So besides the contractual situation, who is perhaps not pleased with how my show is being run? No, go over to morale. It is Batista, The Rock, and Shawn Michaels. Now, The Rock's champion, isn't he? But we'll have Rock defend and or challenge for that title on the show today. HBK is content and Batista is content. Now, fatigue, I keep doing the wrong thing. Fatigue levels. Just Ray and Scotty with that fatigue getting up there. So good for them. Now, let's check on our current champions. Rock's the current champion. What is he not happy about? He's the top guy being paid top money, top dog, top dollar, not nada. I don't know. But it's Rock, Edge and Christian, Randy, and Ray are my champions. And then we have our ongoing rivalries here. So thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, and thumbs up. You love to see it. We're going to keep on doing them and hope at some point that influences our overall ratings. Who is in free agency besides myself? Chavo Masters, Christie, Bashams, Eugene, Heidenreich, Hurricane, Davari, Michelle McCool, Conway, Sinsky. Yeah. Alright, there's that. Honestly, I don't need any of y'all right now, but maybe, just maybe, at some point in the near future. In the meantime, we have our ratings, our fan support, and it's not looking great. Now, I should mention, Raw just had a pay-per-view. A bump from that pay-per-view, and we're heading into ours in a couple of weeks here. So, that being said, let's try to book a show today. End of the month is Judgment Day, and I have 4 SmackDowns until that Judgment Day. And unfortunately, I can't book Andre here in France because he's on Raw. So, that is what it is, and we do what it does. Main event. I'm going to say it's going to be a main event. And we have fatigue to spend with all these superstars, so I will do what Raw did. And I will have a submission match, and it'll be an ultimate submission match. That's 2 fatigue. The time does not change the fatigue. So sure, have them go 60. Whatever, right? But importantly, it is our main event, and it is going to be The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin. So our champion defending against old Steve here in that ultimate submission match for that world title. If Raw can have Brett and Triple H and or Brett and Kurt Angle do great numbers, then why not SmackDown? Why not? So, beyond that, we'll book the tag team titles, I guess? No. What? I wanted to book higher Mankind, because Mankind has his pop pretty high. So, I'm going to say we'll book a triple threat. Mankind, who is 85, William Regal, who is like 42. And to even it out, we'll throw in a Chris Jericho at 64. So there we go with that. Now, promo number 2, I want to do interference. Actually, no, I'm sorry. We changed months, right? So this is a new month, and that means I should be able to do a slander on the month of May. So we're going to slander them at 30K. Now, we must have more John Cena and Randy Orton, but let's main event it up and make it a first blood match. 80 and 79, pretty much dead even in popularity, and they get that first blood match, and it's going to be for that US title. And so match number 3, we will do a tag team, and it'll be Elim, and it'll be Table Tornado, and it'll be our usual tag teams fighting. Charlie Haas had a 23 popularity, and Shelton Benjamin for those tag team titles. Promo number 1. I think we'll need to even out our budget here, which means we can do some advertising at 150K for the show. Actually, I'm not sure if that actually affects my overall rating or not. So instead of making back that money, I'm going to have, hey, the main event for this show is The Rock and Stone Cold in a ultimate submission match. So don't go nowhere. Tune in and find out what's going to go on with that business. Now, we have a main event. It's going to be a steel cage match. And that'll be between The Big Show and Shawn Michaels. And the opening contest will be Fatal 4-Way. And I'm pretty sure we can toss in our cruisers here in this Fatal 4-Way. So, Batista versus Booker T versus Rey Mysterio versus Scotty to Hottie is the plan. Once again, I've booked this whole roster. And is it going to matter? Is it going to change our ratings for the betterment of the show? I don't know. Still learning, and it's still pretty early on in this program. And thus our card in France looks like Fatal 4-Way, Big Show in a steel cage versus Shawn, main event hype, tag team table tornado Elim, John Cena, Randy Orton, First Blood, slandering Raw, Mankind, Regal, Chris Jericho, and The Rock versus Stone Cold in an ultimate submission match. If this does not gain me something, then what am I even doing here on this program? Fatal 4-Way. I'm going to guess Batista, but who knows? We're going to simulate and find out it is Booyaka Booyaka! Against all odds, Ray wins that matchup. Now then, Big Show, Shawn Michaels in the cage. Let's, I guess, of these matches, I'm going to watch that one, so let's watch that cage match. Solid steel cage, no entrances. Will Shawn get crazy here in the cage, or will the Big Show do what he usually does and flattens fools? It is entirely, you can't pick up the Big Show, Shawn. You can't do it. Only John Cena can pick up the Big Show. And Brock Lesnar. But mostly John Cena. Anyhow, Shawn ducking and dodging Show a little bit too fast. Right over him as Shawn goes from behind, and Big Show with that back elbow. And again, Powerbomb City, folks. And, not even. I'm sorry, the inside out deal there. So not quite hitting that. He should have, but he didn't. I don't know. But what I do know is that we're going to do it again. So the alley-oop from Big Show is not as effective or devastating as that powerbomb, but Big Show here so far is in the lead, and Shawn is the underdog in this contest. So I want to know who's going to start climbing first, and or trying to open the door, and or Big Show botches it, and then to the top, Shawn, precarious position, and superplex all the way down, and crawling to the door is the Big Show, hitting that meter, just going for it, and going for it. Can he make it? Can he beat Shawn to the door? Can a guy the size of the Big Show be faster than Shawn Michaels? in 1:40 on the clock. Who knows? But he's getting, man, this is taking forever. Okay, sure. This is certainly something. But here we go. Come on, show! He got your foot. Kick his leg out of his leg. Oh, into the face with the cage door. Thankfully, not the old school blue cage into Mankind's head. That bar actually hit him. Thanks, China. That happened. It was rough, man. Real rough. Sharp shooter from Shawn Michaels is some absolute disrespect to the Hitman over on Raw. Absolute disrespect. You love it. So, Shawn somehow, with the sleeper on a man who's a giant, a literal giant, hitting that sleeper. And just disrespect the back of his head there with that smack. But Big Show will not be disrespected in this solid steel cage. Back elbow again. Will we see the chokeslam? Or the WMD? Or whatever else he did in this era. I don't recall. He's had a couple of different finishers in his long and storied career. But just stomping on him. Working like a big man as he should. Like, keep it slow. Don't do moonsaults, Big Show. He could back in the day, but don't do them. So, DDT. And now, stepping on again. Just using his absolute strength and size as he should. But Shawn kicks him in the bum. Big Show fighting back, heading towards his finish. Shawn's body is racked in pain here. Again with the back elbow. Shawn blocks it. HBK into the corner. Nope. Show! Calling for it! It's chokeslam time. Plants him. Now, is Show... Okay, Hogan. Is Show gonna climb? Why the leg drop? Just extra. Get an extra stanky on it with that. I already gave you the chokeslam, and now I'm just gonna drop the leg just because I can on the Big Show. Try and stop me. And here it is. Big Show victorious in this steel cage match.
That's it? No. The ref's just gonna let it end like that?
Here's your winner.
Rules are rules.
The
but this isn't right,
Big
Cole.
Show.
Come on, you gotta admit, this is a total letdown for everyone, including these superstars.
People wanted Shawn to win, I guess. Thanks, Taz. Show is dizzy as hell, but victorious nonetheless. What does that mean for the rest of our card? The tag team table tornado. It is Edge Christian defending those tag team titles. John Cena, Randy Orton, First Blood. Who gon' bleed for that U.S. title? John Cena makes Randy bleed. Mankind, William Regal, Chris Jericho, triple threat match up. It is going to be William Regal, the man's man, in France. And the World Heavyweight Championship. The Rock and Stone Cold. Can Rock defend, or will Austin finally win that title in France? Nope. Rock is still the champ. The people's champ. What did that mean for SmackDown? So, U.S. title change hands. 200,000 fans for the blue brand. 2.5 stars on Raw. What was SmackDown? The rating. 1, 2, 3.5. Gaining some ground, finally. Now, again, the slander helped out there a lot, but you can only do it like once a month. And we're still losing to Raw. If we can get fans to keep on tuning in like that, we'll be in good shape. So, new deals, some rumors, and Raw's main event was Kurt Angle victorious. We have $4 million back in the bank. We're heading to Vermont next week, but let's check on the reports. Let's check on my results. So, 2.5, 3.5 in the cage, 2 for the tag teams, 3.5 for John Cena, 2.5 for Regal winning, and then 4.5. The main event hype, and the title, and the submission, and the slander. It all adds up. Love it. So, meanwhile, over on Raw, we had 2, 2.5, 2.5, 3, 3.5, and 4 stars for Triple H, Kurt Angle, and Taker handicap beating up the poor Hitman. But why? But why? Alright, so fans didn't like that. But the fan support. Look at the Raw goes down, we go up. Can we maintain that, though, heading into next week on this broadcast? We'll see. Quite possibly, but we'll see. So, otherwise, let's look at the emails here, and oh, that was just, alright, contracts expiring. I took care of it. I got Book, I got Show, I got Cena, I got Mankind. Hey Taz. So some superstars like certain match types take advantage of these match types in the match ratings. I'll have to look that up and find out who does what. In the meantime, let's save the game, importantly. So do that. And then I will see you back here next week, hopefully, on Monday for more SVR 06 GM mode. I am your host, attackslug. More videos on this channel. Tune in, see you then, see you here, see you next time. And I'm out.